Hello everyone, I am Chase at Rocky Mountain ATVMC giving you a closer look at the Radial boot coming from Thor. Alright, so today we're giving you a closer look at the all-new Radial boot coming from Thor. So this boot's brand new for 2019, a lot of time in the making. This is Thor's first go at a mid-level boot, so you're right around the $250 price point. And first impression, right out of the box, looking at it, trying it on, I think there's a lot of things to like about this. I think there's a lot of great features that are built into that price point. And if you ask me, I think it's a really good looking boot as well. So before we dive in and we talk about the features, let's talk about fitment real quick. Now the Radial for me, I put it on. Fitment for me was true to size, very comfortable boot, plenty of flex right out of the box, but remember they will break in even more. But the toe box, nice and wide, so for riders that do have wider feet, I think this will accommodate those well. Speaking of that toe box, what I do like is it is nice and low profile. It's really gonna help when it comes to your shifting. And as far as the calf area up at the top, thank you Thor. They left plenty of opening up at the top, so for riders that do have larger legs or if you wear a knee brace, shouldn't have any issues there. And then you do have some padding around the inside, around the ankle area. So overall, really comfortable boot right out of the box. But remember, these are an apparel item, which means we have our fit guarantee. And this goes for any boot that we sell at Rocky Mountain. If you're not happy with the sizing or the fitment, send it back to us in brand new unused condition. We want to make sure you get the size and the fitment that you are looking for. And that is why we give free shipping both ways on your first exchange. So with this, like I said, looking at that toe box, very low profile. When we talk about construction, they're gonna have a synthetic material underneath, working your way all the way up to the top. You're gonna have that on the back as well. Looking over top of that, a lot of hard injection molded plastic, so great protection there. You can see that you're gonna have that on both toe boxes. That is going to work its way around and wrap on the medial side. Now working your way up the medial side, a feature I like, with this burn guard. So that's gonna help with the durability, but also when I feel this material with my fingers, it's kind of a rubbery material, which has a lot of grip to it. So it's really gonna help when you're gripping the bike. Looking at the backside here, looking at the heel cup, you can see you've got this large piece of injection molded plastic here, lots of hard plastic up around the calf. And then you'll notice a lot of more hard plastic here on that lateral side as well. And also down here at this bottom buckle, you have this raised portion of TPU here. What's nice about that is that's just gonna offer a little bit of protection for that lower buckle just to prevent that from possibly getting popped up when you're out riding. Looking at the shin plate, again, very large hard plastic shin plate, great protection there. 3 buckle design on the Radial. So in my opinion, I think the buckles work well. I think they did a good job with these. So all new cam lock style buckle, very easy to operate. So take your strap, place it into the buckle. They're gonna be self-lining from there. You're just gonna snap it down. So very easy to operate. These buckles are replaceable. So if you do need to, they will have kits available to replace these. And also with the straps, they left plenty of length on those, so they are adjustable. So you shouldn't have any issues when it comes to adjusting those straps and having the length that you are going to need. So again, 3 straps, you're working your way up. Now, looking at the lateral and the medial side here, again, this is one of those features that I think is really good and impressed me, especially at this price point. You're gonna have this radial hinge on the lateral and the medial side here. And you can see the way it works, they kind of have this cuff that wraps around the back side. So why do I like that? Well, one, right out of the box, that helps the boot be flexible, but also having that lateral medial hinge and having that cuff gives really good lateral rigidity to the boot. So for me, that's a really good safety feature built in, plenty more support for the ankle. And looking to, you can see that they built in this hyperextension lockout point. So as the boot is flexing, that ankle is hyperextending. You've got that lockout built in, so once it reaches that, it will help stop and it will just help prevent the ankle from hyperextending. So a great safety feature that's built in there. So overall, like I said, around 250 bucks. I think having that lateral and medial hinge, they did a great job. Also, something that I noticed is that putting it on, when I would bend my knees and I would really flex the boot, I didn't notice any bulging here on the medial side. So that's another benefit to having that lateral or that medial hinge, not getting any bulging there. And you can see very nice and low profile, so it's gonna sit very flat against the bike. So that's the outside. Let's take a look real quick at the inside. Let me undo these buckles. So Velcro closure up here at the top. When I open that up, you can see that's gonna be your mesh moisture wicking liner on the inside. You are gonna have some nice EVA foam padding, like I mentioned earlier, around the ankle, which again helps with the comfort. Button these back up real quick. Now, last thing I do wanna talk about is gonna be with the sole. So the sole is going to have this replaceable insert. You can see that here. Now, when it comes time to replace that, You're gonna buy the sole insert. You're not gonna send the boot back to Thor. Buy the insert, and then what they recommend is taken to a shoe cobbler. They can replace it for you. You do have a steel shank in here as well. It goes about halfway up the boot. That's gonna add to the rigidity. And also what I like too is that they use a blend of rubbers for their sole, and just feeling it feels very grippy. So in my opinion, I think it's gonna offer plenty of grip on the bike. And that is it. That is the all-new Radial boot from Thor. Again, brand new for 2019. And like I said earlier, a lot of features to like about this, especially at that mid-level price. If I was being really picky, the only thing that I noticed right away that I think for me could be a little bit improved on is just heel float. In other words, when I put it on, I feel like my heel was lifting up just a little bit off the insole. Is that a deal breaker? Absolutely not, but it is something I thought was worth mentioning. If you guys have any other questions about this, leave your questions, your comments below. We will get those answered. To pick up your next set, it is very simple. Just click on the link at the end of this video or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. Don't forget, orders over $75 ship free. These are gonna fit the bill. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to get subscribed to our YouTube channel. That way you stay up to date on the latest gear guides, product reviews, and how-to videos that we're constantly filming. I am Chase. We'll see you on the trails.